smile and see them have success. They've worked really hard the past couple of weeks. I thought especially rebounding after our loss a week ago, I thought they put in a lot of hard work. We're resilient. Some areas of our team that I think showed improvement today. I thought we protected for our quarterback better on pass plays. I thought we caught the ball more cleanly. And so in general, I think our throwing game took a step forward. Our run game, I also thought was positive. Mixed throughout those positives were the ball security issues toward the end zone, the blue zone, etc. So, and a few uncharacteristic choices and decisions on punt returns. And so those issues in terms of ball security and handling our punt, I think made the game not nearly as clean as I would have hoped. It was great to see a punt return for a touchdown. Those are hard to get, and Coach Howell and our guys did a really nice job designing that. We had a really nice opening kick return as well with Adam Hine, and that continues to be a volatile unit. We still have to clean up some penalties on that particular unit, but we're returning it well. And defensively, I think they played solid. I was disappointed in the one ball we got out jumped for early in the game. Other than that, it's hard to say that find much that they didn't do well. Really encouraged by the safety and Kyle's play. And again, just I thought Middle Tennessee was an explosive team and a good team coming in, and we prepared for them like that, and I was pleased with the win. So, what questions do y'all have?
Coach, can you talk about Tayson's progress in the pass game? The way it turned out for him, was that kind of what you expected?
We were hopeful. We have to continue to work hard to protect him, number one, so his eyes can remain downfield, and then when he delivers the ball on target like he is, that we catch it and secure it. And so I think we took a step forward in that area today.
How would you assess the running back's play with Jamal out?
Man, we learned a lot in terms of number of touches. I was very impressed with Algie Brown, our young freshman, just how physically he ran, how hard he ran, and how tough he is. So I really liked him. We certainly missed Jamal. That's clear. Not only in maybe the explosive nature of the runs, but the ball security part, because he holds on to it so well. And so it was great to see all the rest. We'll review it more on film. I think, Jay, that just the main points I'd say, I really liked Algie, and I was concerned with the ball security overall.
What is Adam Hine's status?
Adam got a concussion, was out for about 2 minutes, but he's returning. His return to function has been really fast, the trainer said. I really can't report more than that, but that was what the injury was.
Any other injuries that trainers reported?
Yeah, Tyler Beck, fairly severe hamstring, and DeAndre Wesley, offensive tackle, I think it's a shoulder. You'll have to verify that. Those three were the ones. There are others, but those were the three that seem to be an issue right now.
The turnovers, do you hit on that much in a winning locker room, or do you wait till Monday?
No, I hit on it right away. Hit on it at halftime. I didn't wait and hit on it again today. Because that can get in the way of our team having the kind of season and progress that I'd like to see. And so it was evident to everyone to wait wouldn't do anybody any good. So I hit it at halftime and at the finish.
Coach, were the penalties, 9 penalties, was that a concern to you?
I didn't even notice. So yeah, anytime there's close to 10, there is. One of the ones that's probably the most frustrating is just the procedures. There seems to be a couple of those each game, and then it's hard when you start 1st and 15 or whatever, rather than 1st and 10. So I'd like to see those cleaned up.
When did you decide to suspend Cody? And
when?
And then is for sure? Is it one game?
Yeah, it's pretty unique circumstances. I didn't know anything about any issues until Thursday evening. Then I learned more on Friday. No. I'm treating it like it's a Saturday game. So today's Friday. I learned a little bit Wednesday, and then I learned the rest of the story Thursday. And so that was when. Is today Thursday or is today Friday?
Friday.
It's hard to remember. So yesterday, is when I learned kind of the rest of the story and made the decision to suspend Cody. It's in working with the university, it's one game at this point. I have other standards for him as well that he'll have to meet, or there could be another suspension if those standards aren't met over the next 4 weeks. And those are private, but that's where it is. Sorry about not being able to get the days right.
In general, on those things, do you think it would have turned out differently for these suspended guys if you were 3-0 as opposed to 1-2? I mean, is it easier to lose focus for some guys if the season's not going quite as well?
I don't really think that had any bearing on it. To be honest with you, most decisions that young people make are not a one-time thing. There's been a habit or a pattern or thoughts that have gone into it long before just what manifests during the season. During the season, increased visibility, all that does is usually bring to light decisions that probably had been made before. So I don't think that has any bearing.
The other receivers got a chance and seemed to step up.
I think a week ago, Mitch Matthews started to emerge, and I told him that in practice this week, and I think that continued. Skyler as well, and I also ought to say Ross. I think Ross had a presence, especially early in the game, that we hadn't seen for a while, and so I thought that was positive.
You mentioned earlier the safety. They'd gotten some confidence early on in the game, and they'd just gotten that fumble. How big of a play was that to come up with some defensive points there?
Huge play. The only reason they had confidence is just because of where they started with the ball, and so we gave them that opportunity, and then to snatch it back was kind of just enough of this, and now let's play.
Coach, 74 plays, did you slow down the pace by design to get a little better look? Or
No, what we did at the end, I think we slowed it down with about the 5-minute mark. I'm not sure what else led into it. Maybe their time of possession, they really tried to have 2 backs and a tight end in there and see if they could establish any kind of ground game in the first half. And the game was close enough that I think they could do that a little bit. So I think it was maybe more what our opponent did. That's just first thought.
Will you practice tomorrow because you have a game next Friday as
We're not
well?
going to practice tomorrow, but we'll do all of our coaches will work tomorrow. So we'll finish this game and get all of our game planning set for Utah State, but our players will be off.